Hey guys, okay, so when we first do this, this is piecewise functions. So I am looking at graphing all three equations onto one coordinate plane. And the first thing that I should do is I'm going to look, because they're telling me where they want to see. They want to see this equation when x is less than or equal to -3. They want to see this equation between -3 and 1, and they want to see this equation when x is greater than or equal to 1. So the first thing I want you to do is actually put in your boundaries, okay? Let me just get my graph. Okay, so my boundary is at -3. So start at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is -3. Okay, so this is a boundary line. At 1 is another boundary line. Okay, so that's the first thing that we want to do is identify the boundaries. So the next thing, and you can do this in the beginning or in the end, when it is less than or equal, you're going to have a solid point. So on -3, I'm going to use a solid point. Okay? For this guy, there are no solid points because it's just less than and greater than. Okay? For the quadratic, it is, so I'm going to have a solid point. Now I put the solid point on the boundary. So -3 is my boundary line, so that's a solid. 1 is my boundary, so I put a solid. So now you're just going to go ahead and plug these in. If I plug in a -3 here, -3 times 3 is -9, -9 plus 8 is -1. If I plug in a -5, -5 times 3 is 15, 15, -15 plus 8 is -7. Okay, so let's go graph the first guy first. So at -3, -1, I have a solid point on my boundary. And then at -5, -7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. All right, so this is what 3x plus 8 looks like on this side only. Now we're going to go to the second equation. When I plug in a -3, -3 times -2 is a +6. +1 times -2 is -2. So at -3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have an open circle. And at 1, -2, I have an open circle. Now I'm just going to connect those. So that is what -2x looks like only in this section of my graph. Now, this is a parabola, and parabolas will need 3 points. So I'm going to plug in the 1. So 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 3 is -2. If I plug in a 2, 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay? So at +1, -2, I have a closed circle. So I'm just going to put it inside the open circle. At 2, 1, there's a point, and at 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so this is what this looks like. So this guy, I only want to see on this side. So it's a parabola, so it would probably go around and make the parabola, but I don't want to see the whole thing. I only want to see a section. So this is what we call piecewise functions. We are showing different equations on the same graph, and each equation is a piece of the graph, which is why we call it piecewise. All right, thanks, guys.